Alright, Knights, welcome back to Brigandine. How you doing today? I am your host, veracitytrigger. We're going to talk about Shuna today and try to get to understand her a little bit. But before that, let's hit the intro.
And as usual, stay triggered. Pew pew, pew.
Okay, alright, so we're going to talk about Shuna here, and a couple things I want to go over to get you a better understanding as to why she turned into a stone golem. Okay, that didn't happen. Never mind. Alright, so what I want to say is that she is a dancer, and she's a pretty decent character in the team of the Shinobi tribe. Shuna is sort of, in my opinion, a little bit overlooked. I can probably tell you that she's a little, I would have to say she's probably a little better than an average knight, but you tell me how you use her. I've actually leveled her up through the Lancer class, so I can show you when we're done what she kind of looks like right now for me in the Lancer class. But as a dancer, pretty good. So she's in a rogue status right now. What do you get with Shuna to start? Well, you get these double blades here. You get the double blades. You get the light armor. You get the gauntlet. You get the ring. Once you're in a rogue, you're going to get this double movement ability, which lets you move twice. Well, not exactly move twice, but you get to move, hit, and then move away if you have extra spaces that you can use. So if you move 2 spaces and the mobility over here says 5, then you can move possibly 3 spaces away, depending upon how closely attached you are to the enemy's line. So that sort of depends on that. But as far as her as a knight is concerned, level 23 right now, 93 agility, pretty good. Command range, bam, good there. Yes, she's 23, so the character growth does go down once you hit in the 20s. So in the past, I would say this is good or bad or whatever, but it doesn't really matter once you get into the 20s because you're not going to have a very good leveling up at that point because you're going to need a lot of experience to get through each and every level. Anyways, so I wouldn't put too much of a stock in it. Usually for me, even if I'm playing multiplayer, I pretty much say to everybody, once you get in your 20s, you're kind of done. You don't really need to worry too much anymore. But if you're a max kind of person, you want to max them out, yes, everybody's going to have a little bit of a challenge going forward trying to level up at this point. Anyways, it is a D. It's still better than an E, so it's actually pretty good stats. Rune growth is a B, which is fantastic. So I'm just saying, stat-wise, rune power-wise, agility-wise, you got some good stuff here. You got a lot of good stuff. Hit points are good. Attack is pretty fantastic. So, you could say she's maybe one of the better ones. There are some better knights out there, but she does have a very well-rounded field to her character. I'm not sure how else to say that, but yeah, so you're going to see some of these things here. Evasion up to D, increased by 5%. Counter damage up, that could be because of the Lancer class I put her through. I kind of forgot, but yeah, I'll show you what the Lancer class looks like when we kind of get through that and kind of clear that stage there. So what else is about her? What can you get? These other ones I believe have come from the Lancer class here with the resist and the spell break. But you get in the rogue status, in the medium range area here, which she's not quite finished with this because I was putting her through other stuff. That's why she's 23 and proficiency 0, because I was trying out the Lancer class to have fun with that. But she's in the mid-tier section here. She's not full assassin yet. And she's not a dancer, so you get the Pain Cross, which is 115 power, accuracy bonus of 11. It's pretty good. And that's a normal attack. You can do this, move in, move out, do other things. It's pretty nice. You go down to the Mirage hit, which is like what I said with Della before, is the Ghost hit. Assassins get Ghost hit. The Rogue status gets the Mirage hit here, which is still pretty good. It is a pre-move, so you kind of have to stand. You have to sit on your laurels for one whole turn to be able to do it. You get a boost with accuracy as well, but you do get 145 instead of 115. It does look a little, if you look at the screen really fast, it almost looks like the same thing, but it's not. So it does also cost 60 MP to do, so it's not a cheap move to do, but it's powerful and it can get the job done. deals major damage, obviously. And then Luring Step is your, what was the name for it in Assassin class? The name escapes me right now. But the thing is, this is a power of 55. It's a pre-move, so you can stand there, do it, and then move away because you have, you know, double movement. So you can, or not double movement, what is it? What is the name for it again? Oh yeah, it is double movement. You get double movement, so you can do this and then move out of the way. This thing here in the mid-tier class, especially with her only having 225 MP, she doesn't have a lot of MP like Della does or some of the other characters does. So for her personally, she's got a lot of good stats she can do basic attacks for. What I like to do with her, essentially, is I like to do the Pain Cross a lot. You know, move around with the Pain Cross. Hope to pray to the Brigandine god that she dodges a lot of stuff, and then do a bunch of Luring Steps. You do have a couple other spells, Gravity and Venom. You can do these as well. This could help the team a little bit, you know, but Luring Step is pretty nice because you might inflict a 30% chance of poison, paralyze, silence, faint, petrify, or charm. Any of these other ones. You could do any of these at all, and it's pretty nice to do. It's really, really cheap, considering the fact that she just doesn't have a lot of MP, you know, and I did put her through the Lancer class, I get it, so she might have a little bit more. But still, 225 to maybe 240 is just not a lot of MP to run with. So if you're in a situation and you don't have a lot of MP, I would probably stick with Pain Crosses as much as you can. And then try to pop as many Luring Steps as you can if you're just not in a situation to really give a big monster a lot of damage. Sometimes you might want to do this to a big monster to maybe get a poison dot. I know it's chancy because it's not, because here's the thing, it's not just 30% chance to poison, it's 30% chance to poison or silence or faint, or you don't know what it's going to do. It might not do anything, it might do something else that you're not expecting. It could be a paralyze, and a paralyze could last for one turn and then fall off, and then that might not be all that appetizing to want to do. So I kind of get it, the space to do it is only 2 spaces away, but I'd have to say she's kind of frontliner, kind of more of a anti-support unit for when I play as her. She's good, but she's not as memorable as some of the other ones because the other ones have more MP, they have more attack, they have more agility, they have blah blah blah, and all this and all that. But she does come through in a lot of ways. So let's go ahead and check out our profile here. Shuna is a female, age 20, class rogue, heiress of family that oversees the traditional prayer ceremony of the Shinobi tribe in the former Hazem nation. They were persecuted for deceiving men with their alluring dances, but once the Shinobi tribe attained independence, they regained the freedom to dance once again. Shuna is a childhood friend of Talia and Rei, and after hearing of Rei's death, she decides to take the battlefield without hesitation in order to protect Talia and Shinobi. So she is a little bit a part of the Hazem nation, in a sense, from how they terminology this, but she is part of the Shinobi tribe, so she's going to be included in this guide here. So that's kind of why I'm doing it. But yeah, she's got some pretty good stats. Command range of 4 is really, really nice. I gotta say it's pretty good. I don't think that I gave her a potion to do it, because I'm still just putting her through the, you know, the ringer. She's only level 23. We can kind of check out her as a different class, and this is what I like to do. Dancers, another complement to the Dancer class is the Lancer class. Now, you could try the Hunter class, and I think that would be good to try with some things, because you could get, I don't know, you could get maybe a couple things here. Maybe you could get accuracy up, which is pretty nice, but honestly, the reason I don't do this is because accuracy up with a person that already has 94 agility is, unless you're up against some top tier evasion goddess or god of some kind, I just don't see the point. So Hunter can get you some good stuff. If we look at maybe Sniper class, there could be like if you're going to put her into the Dancer and then try to get something out of the Hunter class, all you're really going to get is accuracy up. So besides some stat boosts, you know, and some agility things and maybe a little more MP, I don't know. I don't really do it. But my point was, which I got distracted a little bit, tiny bit, is I went to the Royal Guard here, and you can see all these things that you get. Obviously, defense just goes crazy because Lancer class is essentially the Paladin, the female Paladin version in this game. And INT goes up by 2 points, so your INT isn't going to really matter either way. Your MP does go up. You could get some other stuff. You can get Fallberg out of this. You can get a Fallberg and give it to the Dancer class if you go all the way through it, which is a pretty cool type of scenario, you know. As far as the magic goes, it would probably eat up all your magic to just do a Fallberg, though. But you would get the counter damage up here, which is a part of the Lancer class, so that is not part of the Dancer class. You know, as far as that's concerned, but it would give you plus 20% counterattack to do that, which would make you a fantastic dancer. So if you're going to cross class with a Dancer class, I'd have to say, hands down, the Royal Guard class, or the Lancer class, or the Temple Knight class, whatever you want to call it. I know it's, in the past it was just the Lancer class. That's kind of why I say it, and that's kind of how it starts there. I'd have to say the Dancer and the Lancer type are the best compatible things that you can do. Now, yes, you could put her through Cleric and get a heal, and she could heal herself up in the front line, and that would be kind of cool. But I feel that being a little more offensive with an already offensive knight probably does the best. But if you want a true Paladin, I'd have to say you probably have to do some Cleric stuff just to get a heal and a cure. I think anything else would just be... The only thing that you'd really do a little more with the Cleric class is maybe get a little more MP because you were in it for a while with a heal and a cure. But as far as strength and agility goes, I don't think you'd be up in the 94s. I think you'd be maybe 88, maybe 87, maybe 89. But that all depends on all those things. But really, you know, if you're going to go in to do something else, if you want to take a Dancer and move into Lancer class, it's fantastic. If you want to take a Lancer and move it into the Dancer class, that's fantastic too. Either way works really well, and I pretty much highly recommend it. So that's pretty much all I've got for Shuna. She's a good knight. I like using her. We can probably check out some equipment, see what some weapons look like, you know. Let's try to do purple gear, see what kind of boosts we can get up to. And I'm just going to put on any random thing, but look at all the boost stat growths. Boom. Up to 117. So defense goes up a little bit. MP goes up to 250. Agility's up to 101. And you got... I'm just saying, like, you can do a lot of good stuff with Shuna. And honestly, yeah, you can do a lot of good stuff with her. She's kind of one of those, like, project knights that you can be sort of confident in. But I don't know if you really can necessarily call her a project knight. She's got some good stats. I'd say she's probably like A-list to B-list character that you can use in this game. So let me know what you think down below. I'm pretty much done with this video, but let me know if she's one of your go-to characters. I honestly can say I don't use her as much as I probably should. Maybe I should field her more when I'm playing. So, alright everybody. Thanks so much for watching. And as usual... Stay triggered, everybody.